morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Parr. This morning I have two guests. I have Marcos Eloi Lima and Derick Johnson. How you guys doing today?
Very good, Kemp.
Doing well, Kemp.
I want to talk about this recent acquisition by Vilas Partners of Wade's Interiors. But prior we get to that, first, Eloi, you go by Eloi. I see in your background you had quite a nice prior career. You worked for Kraft Heinz and for AB InBev for over 20 years, right?
That's correct. I worked for these two amazing companies pretty much my whole corporate life, 28 years between the two of them, 21 years at AB InBev, then the last 7 years at Kraft Heinz.
So you've started an investment company and you've been buying flooring companies on the west coast of Florida. You own Creative Tile and Hardwood in Naples, Floorcrafters in Fort Myers, and then recently bought Wade's Interiors in Bradenton, which is just north of Sarasota, right?
That's correct. We started basically 2 years ago, Kemp, building a holding company based here in Tampa Bay, so that's where we are located. Big objective is to really acquire small family-owned business through a buy and hold strategy, right? So we are not a private equity, we are a holding company. Our objective is to hold those companies for the long run. We are the own source of investment. So basically we have some partners who complement us, not only investors, but big advisors and partners for us. Of course, we provide patient capital and a stable ownership structure for the long run with a big focus on being owner-operators of those businesses.
Okay, patient capital.
Normally,
I like that.
That's super important because ultimately by integrating this business, the objective is to make them better together than isolated, right? So then separate. So this takes time, right?
Why did you choose flooring to focus your investment in?
It's an amazing industry. It's an amazing area. Basically, in the beginning, we started looking at several different building services, building solutions, home service companies until we got to know Floorcrafters' former owners. When we got together with them and make the first deal in 2024, we saw how amazing the flooring business can be. It's very strong industry. And ultimately, that acquisition led us, as you said, to the acquisition in Naples, Creative Tile, last year. And more recently, we concluded the partnership with Derick on bringing Wade's Interiors and his amazing team on board with us as well.
Derick, let's switch to you for a second. It looks like this business, Wade's Interiors, got started in 1979, and you were general manager, and you ended up buying it in 2017, and now you've done this transaction with Vilas Partners. Talk about that.
Well, yes, sir. So we started in 1979 as just a carpet business at that point, have slowly integrated other floor covering types into the business, including window treatments. We're a Hunter Douglas gallery. So I joined the Wade's team in December of 2010 and acquired it in March of 17. And now we partnered with Eloi and his team just a few weeks ago. So we're super excited about this transition, excited for what's to come.
Why did you decide to partner with Vilas Partners?
Well, I was introduced to Eloi a little over a year ago. I was looking to take Wade to the next level. I took them to a certain level.
Yeah.
Started conversating with Eloi a little over a year ago, and with he and his team and his vision, just going to allow us to expand our capabilities and continue to maintain that high level of service and workmanship that we do.
Okay. What sets you apart at Wade's Interiors, you think?
The way we serve. Eloi, when I met Eloi, I knew he aligned with our core values, which are very important to us and me personally. And we serve better than anybody. And I think that's probably the thing that sets us apart.
I was noticing your online reviews. You have great online reviews. I also noticed that you go along with Shaw Industries, right? Is that still the case?
Oh, yes, sir. That's an important partnership for us. We're definitely an SFN dealer, and they've been a great advocate for Wade's over the years.
All right. Eloi, tell us what your grand scheme is. Are you going to continue just to look on the west coast of Florida? What's your next move?
That's it. So basically, our objective is integrating those amazing companies, making them better together than separate, as I mentioned before. Focus on exchanging best practice among them, standardizing back office system and support operations. And the main focus is to leave the team to really do their own magic, right? So we acquire those companies because they have built a tremendous reputation in their local markets. We have a tremendous team in each one of the three businesses, and Derick now joining us. He will not only lead the Wade's team, but also overseeing the overall platform that will create us a tremendous support to build the next step. And the next step is to keep basically bringing other companies together. The focus is Florida, so making sure that we expand the business in the main areas in Florida and making sure that we create a strong and better business by putting these companies together. And who knows, maybe we are going to be the best flooring company in Florida in the years to come, but that's a conversation for later.
Okay, I noticed that you're keeping the legacy brand names, the Creative Tile and Floorcrafters and Wade Interiors. They're going to continue to operate that way, and yet you're creating scale by having them all three owned by one company, right?
That's exactly it. So the local reputation that these companies created is amazing, right? Both Derick as well as the other two sellers, they created a tremendous journey in many years. Floorcrafters had 36 years when we acquired. Creative Tile about 47 years when we acquired, and Wade's as we just discussed it. So this is not something that we are going to just replace with whatever other name, right? So we have our platform, VPHS Flooring, but this is in the background. So the main focus is really on each one of the brands and the reputation that they have created in their markets. And using this reputation to expand into other markets, right? Or both organically as well as inorganically bringing other companies into our platform.
One quick question I'm curious about. These ERP software options that are out there, are you going to try to run all three operations on one ERP software?
Yeah, that's something that we are still evolving as we are in the beginning of our journey. We just learned with Derick RFMS, right? So they have been using RFMS for a while. We have another system that's called Contractor Foreman that we are also testing and learning with the systems, and then see what is the best platform going forward for the whole business. It's the third acquisition and the third company that we are learning, and we are going to keep learning and evolving together as we go.
Derick, is your plan to stay for the long term?
Yes, sir. I'm definitely staying for the long term. And to second what Eloi was saying, that was very important to me, was protecting the Wade's legacy. We've been around for almost 47 years, and we've built a great business, and, protecting the legacy, and also my team. We have an amazing team here at Wade's, along with Floorcrafters and Creative Tile. And I'm super excited to just continue this journey.
All right. Congratulations on this transaction, and I appreciate you guys spending time with me again. Been talking to Eloi Lima and Derick Johnson with Vilas Partners, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.